Do you ever see somebody doing something and it's really embarrassing because they're trying just way too hard? It's like, you're not who you think you are. It's embarrassing. When someone is trying to go all in and do something really passionately, unless it's done with a certain level of skill, it can bring about a certain level of cringe. When I was a kid, I really wanted to be Baby Spice, and the passion was there, but I didn't have the refined vocal training to support the passion, so I was kind of like, when to become one. It made people cringe, and people told me to stop. And I did stop. From when I was 5 years old up until just recently, I didn't sing at all, like not a peep, because I didn't want to embarrass myself or the people around me, and I just gave myself these labels that stunted my growth, but were the perfect excuse for not trying things that made me uncomfortable. Like, I'm not a good singer, or I'm not a good speaker. Meanwhile, I would sit there and just gawk at these people with these amazingly awesome talents and be like, how do you get to this point? How are you so confident? And I've come to the conclusion that talent is a combination of passion and skill. And I firmly believe that everybody has the passion, whether it's terribly displaced into dragging yourself and other people down, or whether you put it into making art or doing things that matter to you. Everybody has passion, but skill is the hard part because skill takes work. It takes practice, it takes determination, and most of all, it takes courage. It helps to have people around you who are like, you might not be very good right now, but you have the passion and you're just gonna get better, you're gonna be awesome. Eventually, you're gonna have something that other people would describe as a talent. Even when we're practicing, we're kind of in a vulnerable state because we're doing something that we're not good at yet. And one time, Terry was practicing for a very serious acting gig, and I walked in the room and I saw him just in the moment. He was so present and it made me a little bit uncomfortable, so I kind of teased him a bit, and he looked at me and was like, hey, don't mock the process. And those words stuck with me because that's the reason why I left singing to my daydreams and never sang again, is because people mocked my process when I was a kid trying to be Baby Spice. When you mock somebody who's trying to go all in, it'll make it harder for you to go all in because you'll be worried that there are people like you out there. Terry always says that perfect practice makes perfect. And by that he means that when I'm practicing talking to you guys, if I'm just being myself and I'm present, then the message will be a lot different than if I'm scared of what the critics are gonna say. If I think about the critics, then it'll distort the message and I won't be as real for you guys. And I need to be real, so I need to just push that out of the way so I can be present. And I feel like that's true of every single talent. Nobody is good at anything at first. Nobody wakes up and is Ernest Hemingway. We all have those awkward diary entries where we're writing and trying to be emotional and passionate, but we're terrible writers, so it's just awful, and that's okay. I feel like those real and honest and raw and vulnerable, humiliating, awkward phases are instrumental to our growth as people. You have to be uncomfortable to find somewhere to live that's more comfortable. You have to admit that you don't know everything to learn more, and you're not going to be good at everything at first, but that's okay.
Do you want to build a snowman? Or ride a bike around the hall? I think some companies overdue. I started talking through the pictures on the wall. How long has it been since you drove a car? 3 years. Let's go for a ride.
We're riding dirty.
Yes, we are.
Flashing the hours to burn.
Hi, little boy. Look at you looking so cute.
It's going down for real. It's going down for real. And now,
Asian pineapple bun.
That's racist. And I understand there's a very negative and materialistic connotation that has to do with hauls, because it's very like, look at all this stuff that I got. But I'm very careful with my money, so please enjoy all of this stuff that I got.